So, just taking a second to check out this badass monument. I'm here in Guatemala City, La Ciudad de Guatemala, and on the way to somewhere else, but this is a really cool stop. And yeah, very excited to be here. There's many reasons why, and I will try to make a longer video pretty soon too. The first time trying Guatemalan food. Got the tortillas here, salsa. Forgot the name of this, but it's delicious. Chicken and some juice. Another look into Guatemala. This is just like a plaza. Very interesting style. Kind of looks a little bit like ruins, but not in a decrepit way, just more in like an old way, you know? Bit of a Central American style where it's kind of like rustic in that way. So, I feel like I finally have a moment to do some reflection, and this is where I'm at. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm in Guatemala, and this is my sister's birthplace. She doesn't even know that I'm here, and I feel almost like scandalous in a way being here without telling her, and also really without going with her. Something I always wanted to do was to do that journey with her, but I don't know, the older we get, I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. So I just decided to say fuck it, and I'm actually going somewhere else. This is just a stop, you know, it's a un paseo, pero I just felt like this was a good stop to have at this part of the trip. And you know, even if it's just to see what her homeland is like, you know, patria, su patria, you know, I just had this urge to check it out, and I hope that it's gonna quell that curiosity, and maybe I can bring that inspiration to her if that moment ever comes. But for now, it's a secret trip. That's kind of how it's been portrayed in my mind, and nobody knows that I'm here, you know? So it's kind of, I guess, the best way to keep it for now. And yeah, in terms of my thoughts about where I am, I'm in the capital, La Ciudad de Guatemala, and yeah, I will probably record another video in Spanish because I almost have the tendency to want to speak in Spanish right now. But to keep it in English, this is a cool place. And I mean, even just the capital, it's very, the best way I can describe it, it's like rustic. You know, there's a lot of almost like castle-like structures that are built within the infrastructure. And they're almost like canal systems or something, but the way that they're shaped and formed look like castles in a way, or old ruins of architecture. So that's pretty cool how that flows within everything. And yeah, there's a lot of color. It definitely does kind of seem like the jungle. You know, there's certain like aspects to it that feel like very lush and reminiscent of Costa Rica, the time I was spending there. And yeah, I've met a couple of people who were really nice, and I spoke with one woman who was telling me about her son, who was apparently in his teenage years, but is not super focused on school. And you know, we had a pretty heartfelt conversation about, you know, the importance of kind of letting him choose his own path, even though a lot of people tend to not go down a very lucrative road. I think that's the reality, you know, like it's for a lot of people in the world in general, you know, it's not like that's unique here, but of course it's evident that a lot of poverty exists, and sure, that's relative, but you can definitely see that there's not the greatest in terms of the maintenance of the public infrastructure, and you know, there seems to be a lot of order to everything, but this is just a glimpse, and it still is the capital city, so usually that's presented a little bit better from what I've understood. But anyway, it's still early, and I can't really judge it. I've just had a small glimpse into what this country is like. I like it so far, and I had a really good meal earlier. So overall, I'm feeling good, and I'm gonna call it a day. And I'll be back in a few to get a bigger taste, and I'll probably share more in a separate video, and hopefully that one will be in Spanish, I think, because I would like to pick up some trinkets or something from here, you know, algo guatemalteco, original, you know, something like super native and real, just something I can bring back, you know, just from this, and hopefully share with my sister, who I think one day might really appreciate it. So anyways, thanks for checking in on this you know, update of sorts, and I will see you on the next one. Entonces, chao.